In the third millennium, the world changed. Climate, nations, all were in upheaval. The earth transformed into a poisonous, scorched desert known as the Cursed Earth. Millions of people crowded into a few megacities where roving bands of street savages created violence the justice system could not control. Law as we know it collapsed. From the decay rose a new order, a society ruled by a new elite force, a force with the power to dispense both justice and punishment. They were the police, jury, and executioner all in one. They were the judges.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 171. Right? 71. Yeah. And tonight we are talking about Judge Dredd. I know last week we said we were going to do The Relic. It got pulled from Netflix and happened. So we went to, it actually wasn't the next movie, but we went to a next movie in our list. And so I am Sean Orad, and joining me tonight is corny. I knew you were going to say that, Logan.
I'm the law.
Yes, you are. Actually, you're not saying it right. You have to yell it and then do it in your best Shatner, as if Stallone was impersonating Bill Shatner.
Ooh. All right, here we go. No, I'm not going to.
I am the law. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Are you sick?
Yeah, I am. Sorry. Had Thai food tonight. And joining us tonight, a very, very special guest. And I mean the specialist of special guests. We have Stephen, Recycled Food is Good for You, Everett.
You and I, we live on West Coast time. I thought that was the theme song.
Oh, yeah, I changed it a little while ago. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
I'm happy to be here. It's been too long.
It has been a long time, and I appreciate you coming in. Yes, Steve Everett, if you recognized that little ditty he just sang, that was our old intro. And I, as a good host, I should have had that queued up.
And though we live in Carolina,
It's a damn good song.
we're in a different state. Hey, I'm inclined.
There you go. So that's Steve. He was our intro. I wonder if I'm going to get flagged on YouTube for that. I might. Anyway.
I give you permission.
Oh, thanks, pal. He was our intro guy.
YouTube were like, we don't believe you. Like, no, we have a picture of him. He actually said it on the show.
I have gotten emails from them when I do get kicked off of YouTube for various things. So I wonder if I could reply to that and be like, no, I have permission, really, this time.
Yeah, you can. I've got some lyric videos that are mine, and I put my own songs behind them. And then, like, I've had YouTube be like, nah, man, this is copywritten. And I'm like, yeah. I filed that paperwork.
Yeah, it's by me.
Yeah.
So anyway, Steve is here, and this is fantastic. I'm super excited. So we're doing Judge Dredd because why not? Because it's a 1995 movie, and if you've listened to the show for more than about a year, you know that Steve and I used to watch movies a whole bunch together. And though this wasn't one of them, oddly enough, at least I don't remember it.
Good for you.
My memory of this movie is very strange, and we'll get there. And I just realized as I'm introing that we don't have Andrew here to.
I got this.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it in your best Stallone?
Oh, damn right.
All right, go ahead when you're ready, sir.
In a dystopian future, Judge Dredd the most famous judge. Personally, I think who's the greatest judge of all time. Please offer with this field judiciary powers. You know what? Screw the intro.
Is convicted for a crime he did not commit and must face his murderous counterpart. There you go.
Okay.
Rico.
That's right. Rico.
Suave.
Try. Every time he said Rico, all I could think of was the hero from the Bug movie. What's it called?
Johnny Rico from
Johnny Rico. Yeah.
Storm?
Yeah, Starship Troopers. That's what
Starship
it was.
Troopers, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. That's all I could think of. Every time he said Rico, all I was thinking of is Michael Ironside's going, Rico!
And now every time you say Rico, I just think of boobies.
Oh.
Because I was in that movie.
Oh, there were boobies in that movie, yeah. What's her name? Very, very nice boobies. I forgot her name.
Denise Richards, I believe her name was.
Well, she wasn't naked in that movie. It was the other girl that got naked. Forgot her name. Now I gotta look it up. She was Starship Troopers. Dina Meyer was her name. She was the one that got naked. She was naked.
Weird that she didn't blow up after such a huge picture like that.
Or any of them. Well, she kind of did blow up, but that was because of a bug got her.
Barney was a thing. You know.
Yeah, you're right. He would go on to do things. I guess Denise Richards would go on to do such famed movies as that really awful Bond movie where she was Christmas. What was her name?
Christmas Jones.
Christmas Jones. Is that what it was? It sounds like
I think it was.
It sounds like a made-up name Psych would use or something.
Hey, do you guys, do you think that it was Armand Assani's idea to have the shoulder pads in his T-shirts so that he could look like he had as broad of shoulders as Sylvester Stallone? Or do you think that was the director?
Probably a little bit of both.
Maybe he just saw some dailies after the first few days and was like, hey.
yeah.
I got a girlfriend.
I'm actually kind of small next to him. I mean, Stallone is not a tall guy; he's just a big guy. You know,
dude, and those shoulders when he was like roiding and doing all those Rocky workouts, he just got like it's unbelievable the shoulder definition that guy has.
Right, and like there was a moment when he was standing there watching the white clone thing happening, like his posture just made my back sore just looking at it. So
yeah.
Anyway, so that's it. That's our intro. So typically at this point in the show, we kind of go around the room and kind of say, when's the last time we saw this? And, you know, what's kind of what we initially thought of the movie, like kind of our initial thoughts on the movie. Do we think it holds up? Do not? And, you know, before we kind of really get into the meat of the show. So, Corny, since Andrew is not here to do his whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Fun fact: I actually have never seen this Judge Dredd.
Really? So this was your first time viewing?
Yeah. So I saw the Carl Urban one first, and that really ruined that movie for me. Ruined this movie for me.
Yes, yes, it did because that movie is phenomenal.
That is a great film.
Yeah.
There is no Carl Urban version.
Listen here, that movie is
doesn't exist. This movie was made once in 1995.
Okay, this could be an interesting
episode. All right, well,
episode.
In that case, then this is going to be very awkward. Now I don't know what to do.
Do whatever you normally do, Corny. Just pretend that.
Well, I can't do that on radio. I've gotten in trouble for it before.
Well, that's fine.
That's what she said.
Yep.
And yep. No. So this movie was not what I thought it would be, and freaking Rob Schneider. Why? Because this thing, you know, it's death and murder and people getting shot, and then you have Rob Schneider.
Schneider.
Yeah, with his him being him,
yeah.
And it's weird. I actually hate him worse as himself than him playing any other character. Like
that's how I feel about Johnny Depp. When Johnny Depp tries to be in like a regular movie, I'm like, "What are you doing, man? Where's your eyeliner?"
Right.
Why don't you walk around like you're drunk? Stop it.
Yeah, don't talk like yourself. That's weird.
So, but after that, I buckled in and watched this movie, and I wanted Rob Schneider to die very soon, and then I wanted him to be eaten
and that didn't happen. And then I wanted him to be shot, and that did happen.
The cannibal.
Yeah, he at least got shot for you.
Yeah, but he didn't die, and I was.
Well, we don't know. I mean, he gets carted away at the end. Maybe
hopefully
he went to his early grave.
Maybe exploded. That'd be awesome. Oh, how about that? He's Judge Dredd hops on his bike, and he rides off into the sunset, and he just looks over and goes, "Oh, that ambulance just ran a stop sign. Guilty." Blows it up.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that was your fourth offense? Oh, I'm just going to use my grenade on your car there.
That guy had it coming.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I felt no sympathy for that guy.
Well, I didn't feel really sympathy for that guy. I felt bad for anyone that happened to be like a bystander near that car when it exploded. Like, what if some shrapnel killed some poor child? I mean, good gracious.
Shouldn't have been sent in there.
Yeah.
So stupid. So dumb. Anyway.
The law does not make a mistake.
Yeah.
Except that it did 15 times in this movie.
Yeah. All right, but no, so I watched it. It was a movie. It was something. You should never see the later film first. It may very well change your entire opinion of how this world is.
Yeah.
This Judge Dredd world, I want to live in it. It's fun. I'll live in my little crappy apartment. That's okay. And the other one that doesn't exist, according to Steve, I don't want to live there.
No. I actually don't want to live in either one of them, but yeah, they both actually sound pretty awful.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Oh. It's been a while since we've made fun of Detroit. Okay, Steve, you're up, sir.
Okay, seen this movie many times. First, when it came out, I saw it in the Dollar Theater in High Point, North Carolina with my father. Thought it was brilliant. I remember thinking it was very violent and cutting edge, and that the graphics were just amazing. And I probably haven't seen it in 2 years. I watched it last night, and my roommates came in. They were like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Oh," I told them, and they were like, "This is garbage." And I was like, so I punched all of them in the face, and I was like, "You obviously don't know what's going on."
So you judged them.
Yeah, I judged them. I love this movie, man. If we could just only make movies that had catchphrases and really campy, I knew you were going to say that stuff. I mean, I just I know it's crappy when it's happening, and yet I still am just so drawn to it. Diane Lane, huge crush on her.
Oh,
it doesn't matter what decade it is, I'm into it. She's the Helen Mirren of our time.
Forever.
Yeah. You want to watch a nice Diane Lane film? Go watch Unfaithful.
Well, it's not just about ladies with their clothes off, Sean. There's,
I'm just referring to the fact that she is a fine actress in that movie, and has nothing to do with the fact that you see her mostly naked several times. And there's a dirty Frenchman in it too.
Yeah, I can't support that movie just because there's a French guy in it, but he does get murdered with a snow globe. So
yes, he does.
Cool. No, I love this movie. It when I watched it last night, I was I was a lot more aware because I had seen the movie so many times. I was looking for other little nuggets, and at the very top of the film, you see that the executive producer is Andrew Vajna, Vajna, which is just a real poor break that guy caught at birth. Congratulations on producing movies and being rich, but sorry about your name. And then I didn't realize until I watched it last night and watched the credits that Armani designed all the judge costumes.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Which is pretty cool. And there's some pretty cool graphics for the time. I started thinking about that last night, and I thought they did a good job, especially for what year it was. And then also just some of the shots to make Judge Dredd seem larger than life were really creative and cool. I mean, there obviously it's a ridiculous film, but there are some pretty cool little touches here and there.
I agree with most of what you said. Mr. Vajna,
It's got to be Vajna.
It's got to be Vajna.
I disagree with that, but I want to disagree with that because
maybe it's Vena. Maybe he's from Lebanon. And it's
Vena.
No,
he's from Budapest or Budapest.
He's from Budapest.
But he eventually would make his way to Canada. But he has done as a producer, always.
Maybe what he know.
He's been producing movies for a long time, such as movies like The Amateur, First Blood, Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, something called Johnny Handsome, which sounds fun, Total Recall, the 1990 movie, Air America, Medicine Man, Tombstone, Renaissance Man, Color of Night, Die Hard with a Vengeance, this movie, Nixon, The 13th Warrior, Terminator 3, I Spy, Basic Instinct 2. And then
I love this guy. And
then he did Terminator Salvation, and then he did a bunch of the episodes of the Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which is a bad name for a show. So there you go. That's our guy. So I mean, he's working, man.
That's a man's man right there.
Yeah, he likes him some action films. So this movie, 1995's Judge Dredd, starring your Sylvester Stallone. I will say that for 95, again, we're 2 years past Jurassic Park, but this movie did not exactly have that budget either. It was a budget of $70 million, which is actually in 95 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I thought was okay. Yeah, some of the green screen flying bicycle stuff was a little PlayStation 1 era, but you know what? You kind of forgive it for what it is. That part didn't bother me. The stuff that bothered me was he's shooting other cops now. Like, why are we okay with him shooting black stormtroopers now? Because we don't know who they are.
We don't want to shoot the white ones. That'd be.
and then. Like, he shoots one, like, he jumps off the motorcycle and it crashes into that building. I'm like, I hope that building was abandoned with your motorcycle.
No, he definitely killed other people.
I know. I mean, like he's probably killed like 40 or 50 bystanders in this movie.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Got to prove it, right?
You got that one guy who's come home to his terrible apartment. Oh, this day couldn't get any worse.
Right. It blows up, because the bike was made of explodium.
Well, Rob Schneider, he shot it. It was ready.
He was the worst part of the movie for me. He drove me crazy, and this is what it boils down to me, is that. So Corny, there's some things I wanted to ask you. Have you ever read the comics? Any of these comics?
I have not actually.
I always just assumed that you have, but I did some research on it to make sure that. In case you either hadn't or had only read like that one time, I did some research. Like, the long walk is a thing, but in this movie, they make it, time to retire, to the long walk. Whereas in the comic, the long walk was reserved for judges who had disgraced the department. And so you can either be executed or take the long walk. Which was kind of like that snow movie we watched, right? I forgot what it's called. The one with Bill Paxton.
Yeah, bro.
Lawrence Fishburne, yeah. And I don't have it handy. Damn it. It's too late now. Oh, there it is.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, that guy. So,
gone too soon.
Yes, he was. Yeah, we made fun of him a lot on this show, but still, he should still be around so we can make fun of him.
I would just blame Sam. He really did it.
No, that's fine. Sorry for that. I meant to mute the microphone. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Rob was terrible. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So here's the real. It boils down to this. Stallone wanted buddy cop movie. He wanted action comedy. He wanted Rush Hour. He wanted whatever, right? And the director wanted, who the director was, by the way, Danny Cannon, which is a very cool name. He could be a porn guy.
Cannon and
banged by the cannon.
That's right.
Cannon and Vagina teamed up.
Cannon has directed a handful of episodes of Gotham, bunch of TV stuff, Dark Blue, Alcatraz, The Tomorrow People, CSI. Really the only movies he did was The Young Americans, Judge Dredd, something called Phoenix, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And that's kind of it.
Jeez.
But mostly he's a producer. He's produced such things as, again, mostly TV, Training Day series, The Lottery, Tomorrow People, blah, 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 right? So he wanted hard R, violent, judges never take off their helmets. He wanted that, right? He wanted
the Carl Urban movie.
Yeah, he wanted Die Hard, but in the future. right? Like that's what he wanted. But Stallone was like, no, we need to do this funny thing. And so like Stallone was the one that basically convinced the producers to hire Rob Schneider. Like that part was written only for him, for Schneider. And that was the plan literally the whole time, was to make this kind of buddy cop thing. So that's why the movie doesn't, like there's moments in the movie where you're like, okay, this is going to be hard R, violent, whatever. And then we get some Schneider hiding in a trash can. And then we go back to kind of hard R, and then there's, you know, oh, he's going to get eaten by people, but don't eat me because I'm gross stuff. So that's why, like the movie, again, I forgive kind of the, you know, the awkward CGI and stuff. It's like that stuff that just seems whatever. And I also had a hard time.
One of the most like hard R scenes, like it's broken up by him telling his gun to go double whammy, and you're like, really?
Right.
Double whammy.
Don't forget avoid the whammy. Avoid the whammy. What was that show? I forgot what it's called.
Big bucks, no whammies.
Yeah, big bucks, no whammy. And like, this was the worst police/security of any movie I have ever seen in my life. I mean, the warden literally hand-delivered a gun to the guy. Like, what? In the future, we can disguise business card holders as guns that shoot through your neck, and then robot gun things are like, oh, he's having a hard time talking. We don't know who he is. We must kill him. Like, that's bad software.
Oh, you can't open up? We'll help you with that.
Oh, my God. See, Corny, you need to have been doing IT for these people. You would have been a lot better. I'm just saying.
Until I messed up, and the judge is like, were you watching YouTube? Look, I get bored sometimes. Guilty.
Hey, that brings up an interesting question. Was there a single black person in this movie?
Yeah, there was one of the cadets.
Ah, yes.
One of the cadets was black.
You know, normally I see that, but...
Cadet Token. Ronald Token.
I'm going to try to find him real quick. I would love that to be his name. His name was Reggie.
Of course it was.
Shit.
His real name is Dig Wayne. It's a cool name. He was also...
Sorry, you say Big Wayne?
No,
That's
Dig.
Awesome.
No, Dig Wayne. Like D-I-G,
okay.
like the big D-I-G. He was known for Nightcrawler. He was the neighbor. Okay.
Poor guy.
I'm looking for... So far, he's it.
Yeah.
Just him and his Big Wayne. Gotcha.
Just him and his... Yep. Just... Oh, wait.
Wait, can I say
Oh,
that?
no.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you can. You can if you want to. I don't care.
All right, Big Wayne.
We did have a Wonder Woman connection. I don't know if you saw it or not. The guy who was in... Steven, have you seen Wonder Woman yet?
The new one?
Yeah.
I have indeed.
It was... We saw it today, my wife and I. It was fantastic.
I loved it. I couldn't decide if I was more attracted to Chris Pine or Wonder Woman.
So,
Chris Pine.
so when spoiler, this isn't really a spoiler. It's not a spoiler, but there's a moment where Chris Pine is naked, and my wife, she made an audible noise in the theater when they did a full camera view of him just kind of hiding himself, and she was like, "Ooh," I was like, "Yeah, that's fine, that's fine." I got her, you got him, it's fine. Captain Kirk looking good over there. But the guy who was the sniper in that movie was one of the brothers of the eating people. That was him.
Oh, okay. Oh, was it the one with the hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also the guy from Pearl Harbor that goes, "I got a girlfriend."
Well, he was the one that... No, that's not him. That's the Walking Dead guy. Not Walking Dead. He was...
Sean, just go with it.
No, he was... Shit, that guy... The I Got a Girlfriend guy.
Movie.
He's in the movie, yes, but he was Red. He was the guy who couldn't talk. He had the stutter.
Okay.
The guy who was...
Yeah, like, the Japs are coming.
Yeah, the I Got a Girlfriend guy was Zod in the Man of Steel movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And in case I don't have it handy, I should always do this. I don't. But he's also this guy. Shit, where'd it go?
What's your language?
Oh, here we go.
He had heard the sound of thy holy trumpet.
Yeah, it's him.
And took not warning. He has clearly wandered too far from the word of God. And Cornelius Bernard Hatcher! Your turn has come!
All right. Anyway, sorry. I just like his little speech. That's him.
Yeah, I
Same dude.
totally turned when he said Cornelius. I was like, oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. And thanks to that speech, we now have forever.
Cornelius!
There you go. So, always have that.
Thank God.
Oh yeah. No. we have a whole bunch of fun ones, Steve. Since the last time.
Like a redheaded white guy yelling my name, right, Sean?
Right. Well, you know.
And Steve.
Yeah, that's basically what this podcast is.
Yeah, it's basically two white redheaded guys yelling at you. That's kind of funny. That should be the name of this podcast. We should rename it from Cheapseat Reviews to Angry White Guys Yelling at Corny. I'm sure that wouldn't be at all.
Mondays in Shelby.
Right.
What is that acronym to?
Oh, I don't know. I'll let you figure that out.
AWGYAC.
That's
Awagayak. That's easy to say too.
Yeah, that's the name of the show. I like it. I don't know how would I draw that, because the cheap seat was kind of easy to draw. I'm not sure how to draw what you just said. I guess I could just draw. I guess I can just draw, some white guys yelling at Corny, I guess, but I think the AC.
I think if you do that,
might come after us
at your house.
Yeah.
Well, he lives in South Carolina, so
That's true.
Yeah, I live in South Carolina. I'm safe.
Hey, speaking of which, I will be in Seneca next Thursday.
Did I know that?
No, I'm telling you now.
Oh, I'm glad we're doing this on air. Great.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we text this?
Dude, we always talk about random crap on the podcast that has. Okay, you're freaking me out, Steve. I'm gonna need you to stop. It's been a long time since I've seen you. You're too close.
I'm closer.
So music in this movie, the soundtrack, Alan Silvestri. No, yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
I think he was way too good for this soundtrack, for this movie. Like, that opening score was epic, and I kind of was like, you're too good for this movie. But that's okay. They were trying.
It almost made you think it was going to be a good movie.
It kind of made you deal. Like, it actually kind of reminded me of a little bit of like not Transformers. Sorry, of what's it called?
Incredibles.
The Terminator is what I was trying to say. Speaking of Transformers, Corny.
Nope.
No. Go with me here. This is how mad I am at Hollywood. Okay. You're gonna enjoy this journey with me. Have you seen? I don't know how much TV you watch, but the commercials for the new Transformers movie. Steve, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen them.
The voiceover says the final installation in the Terminator franchise. They've said that on air, on TV. They've said it. The final movie, the final Transformer, the final chapter to Transformers, blah, 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 right?
Wait, did you just say Terminator?
I mean,
okay.
Freaking
For a moment, that's what I was like, wait, did he have just said that the name of the movie wrong? That's awesome.
No, I keep screwing up. I mean, the Transformers movie, they keep saying Transformers, this is the final thing, right? Mm-hmm. So then I go to Michael Bay's IMDb page, and he has 2 more Transformers movies in the works.
This man must be stopped.
So
we
either
have to kill him.
The voiceover guy is lying to us, or I'm saying, like, I don't know what to believe, and I'm really pissed off. So that's all I was going to say. I knew you were going to go with me there.
Michael Bay must be stopped.
Which I didn't know I did know he was doing Bad Boys 3 and 4 at the same time.
Oh, jeez. Is Will Smith doing those?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will Smith needs to do a good movie again. Again, I've not seen Suicide Squad yet, so I have no idea. But I've been told he was good in that. But, I mean, it's been a while since he's had a good movie.
Suicide Squad was garbage. So was Collateral Beauty.
Oh. I really wanted that one not to be bad.
Wasn't both those movies like ones that Andrew liked?
I don't remember.
He loved Suicide Squad, and I think he liked Collateral Beauty. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was... no, he said it was 13 pounds he liked, or 7 pounds, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, 7 pounds is great.
I haven't seen that yet. I did hear Collateral Beauty was awful. Like, it was just Oscar bait, basically.
Damn it.
Hot garbage.
Okay, that's fine.
Old and busted, new hotness. I just want Will Smith to kind of get back to whatever. Now, I'm excited for him to he's going to be doing the voice of the genie in the live-action version of Aladdin. So that actually gives me, like, I'm actually kind of excited about that. I like that idea.
How do you do the voice of someone in a live-action movie?
What do you mean? Well, the genie's going to be all CGI. I mean, it's like Andy Serkis was the voice of Gollum, but he wasn't real.
Wait, what?
Oh, he makes the jokes. He's so funny.
So why was Rico always wet?
It was raining outside. For a moment, I couldn't see that it was raining, but no one around him was wet, which also bothered me. I know what scene you're talking about.
Well, it's not even that. Like in the prison, he was wet, and then the only time he was clean, like he was dry, was in the final fight scene. In the lab. That was the only time. Every time else he was wet. It was weirding me out. I don't know.
This one's wet. This one's wet. Where did we dry Rico in a rainforest?
Right.
Wow, in all the power of Mega City, could we not find a dry Rico?
So speaking of Eddie Izzard, thank you for bringing him up because we seem to every week. I listened to him on last week's episode of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. He did an interview, and it was really great. And if you guys don't listen to that, you should because if you like Eddie Izzard like we do, it was a really good interview. So go listen to that.
You guys, this is worth noting. I called in to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, gave him my name and number, said I'd like to be on the show, and then I missed a call last Saturday while I was playing, and I called the number back, and it was from Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. Like they called, and it was like during the show hours, like when they tape, and I totally missed the call.
Oh, that stinks. That would have been cool. You could have been on with probably not Eddie Izzard, but you would have been on with the team. No, she wasn't on last week.
Well, I don't know how far in advance they do them.
I would assume it's by week because they always talk about current news. I mean, the Trump jokes are always fresh and hot. So,
I want donuts now.
You want donuts?
You said fresh and hot.
Now. Yeah.
Oh, I did say that. I did say that. You're right. I did.
And you awakened the inner fat guy. Yeah. I will see you guys later.
I also broke my promise. I need to do something real quick. Hold on. Shoot, what was it called? No. Man, what was the thing?
It's nice to feel emotions every once in a while, isn't it?
I know, right? That was so bad. And why did they?
That's 3 times I've saved your ass, Sean.
Here we go. Sorry. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted.
Oh, you're looking for the?
What's the video game?
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. Jeez. There we go.
Adjourned.
I meant to do. There we go. So I said Trump. So whenever I say that whenever that word is said, I have to play that noise. So, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit it again. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, yeah. Well, what was I saying? I don't know. Something about wet.
Something about wet.
I like that.
Yeah, he's definitely always slick back, and like I feel like that's an easy way to make a guy look super evil. Is just like, well, look how wet he is.
He's always sweating because he's.
Why is he wet?
He's concentrating on being so evil that he's working hard. Why did the robot have to growl?
To be fair, that's the least unbelievable thing of the whole thing. Like, it's a war robot. It makes sense. Like, if I designed a war robot, I would make it growl and be like super intimidating.
You don't think a 9-foot tall robot was intimidating enough? Like, it looked cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like a 9-foot tall Terminator with machine gun hands.
Yeah, it's true. I would take it and put all Sam's murderisms into it.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea.
My favorite part with the robot was when he goes to the guy that's got the pawn shop and he's like, yeah, it's legal to collect them, but they have to be inoperable. And then he connects 2 wires and then it wakes up like, oh, well, this is inoperable, but then we connected these 2 points and
right.
It's good to go.
He opened up a head with 10,000 wires. He knew exactly which 2 to spark together, and then it turns to life. Like
Age of the Geek, baby.
Age of the Geek, whatever.
Well, he was wet, so he knew exactly what to do.
And the sparks came from from his wetness.
Oh my gosh, that's what it was. That's why he sparked, because he was too damn wet.
Yeah.
The news is so important. They have CRTVs on street poles outside. That was kind of funny. This is why I hate bad lawyer stuff in movies. Okay, like I've watched way too much like Law and Order and those shows, which because they're real. But all I could think of is, why isn't anyone asking where Dredd was? Like, maybe, what if he had an alibi? You know, like, we got you on video. Yeah, but I was at the shooting range with 15 other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it couldn't have possibly, even if they would have just said the line, "Where were you?" "I was at home by myself." Okay, fine. So now we've got that on record. Just that's
yeah. Well, the fact that there was a camera in the dude's apartment, like, there's cameras everywhere. So we caught you doing this. Like, well, if there's cameras everywhere, can we have caught him like getting some like burgers or something?
Right. Yeah, he was getting
he's sitting alone in a restaurant, kind of like sniffling to himself.
Right. I mean, there could have been I mean, it was dumb. I mean, I know they had to convict him, you know, and whatever, and then make him go to.
So alone.
Why do they call it the penal colony? Like, it's just a prison. Like, get out of Star Trek.
Just call it Australia. Just call it Australia.
Oh, yeah, Aspen. I like how Aspen, you know, it's like this used to be a nice resort. Now it's a penal colony.
Oh wait, I wonder if Aspen was
Aspen.
We're gonna send it to the Aspen.
Guys, when it comes to plot holes, I'm reminded that like
that might be
Michael Bay has the ultimate response. Like on the Armageddon special edition DVD, like you hear the commentary, and Ben Affleck literally turns to Michael Bay and he's like, "Hey, wouldn't it have been easier if we would have trained NASA astronauts how to drill instead of trying to teach drillers how to be NASA astronauts?" And Michael Bay just goes, "Shut up, Ben."
Yeah, that's one of those famous moments in history where you're not wrong. Well, like,
did he blow something up?
So, Steve, you again, I don't expect you to listen to the show, let alone any of the other episodes, but we did. I always do a callback to, what is it, Corny? Pierce Brosnan, he thieves things. Thomas Crown Affair.
Oh yeah, great movie.
It's a good movie, and it's a John McTiernan movie. He brought us Die Hard and 13th Warrior and Last Action Hero, but he also brought us this movie. And there's a moment where I really hate him because he treats us like we're idiots. And that's when he takes the Monet off the wall, Pierce does, and puts it in his briefcase and then closes the briefcase. But they do it off camera, so he's hoping that you won't notice that the painting is now crushed in half in his briefcase. And then when he gets home, he opens it up and then he pulls it out in this undamaged canvas and hangs it on the wall. And it's like, even in the trivia on the commentary, he said, we did it off camera because I was hoping no one would notice. Like,
yeah,
you're literally talking down to us now at that point. And so that's the equivalent of Michael Bay saying, "Shh, shut up, Ben."
He makes it up to you in the next scene with like a gruesome, or not gruesome, but gratuitous Rene Russo sex scene. He's like, "I'm sorry about this plot hole. Here's a naked woman."
Sure.
I actually made the comment when we actually reviewed the film that I was like, threw me off a little bit. I was okay with that not being there.
Yeah,
you're insane.
I enjoyed Rene Russo. Don't get me wrong, but
I just like that Mustang. I like the Mustang in the movie. And the other, sorry, Steve, I know that's a sensitive subject for you. I miss your Mustang.
I still have a key. I get conjugal visits.
Oh, nice.
It's in the mountains of North Carolina. I know right where it is.
Nice. Don't even give it warning. Sometimes you just kind of jump in and go. We are talking about a car, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we're not. Anyway, go ahead.
So one of my notes is I have no memory of desert hillbillies. So, and I spelled hillbillies wrong too. So the last time I watched this movie, probably, Steve, honestly, was probably one time at your house back in High Point. Like, the only memories of this movie are flying motorcycles, Rob Schneider in a trash can, and something about clones. But I got the ending to Demolition Man and this movie confused because they're kind of the same.
Rob Schneider's in both.
What, is Rob Schneider in Demolition Man?
No,
he's not.
Yeah, he works in the police station with Sandra Bullock.
Holy shit, you're right. He is. I forgot that. He's right.
He's the one that's like, you don't know how to use the 3 seashells, and Sylvester Stallone's like, no. Is that a problem? And he's like, no, it's totally understandable.
Well, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah. And that's fine. You want to put Rob Schneider over there in the corner and then throw a joke out, then that's fine. But anyway, See, I actually like Demolition Man way more than I like this movie. But like,
agreed.
Because like to me, that movie kind of knew what it was going to be the whole time, right? Like, okay, we're going to be a little silly, we're going to be campy. Yeah, Taco Bell won the fast food wars.
Oh my god!
And like, the three seashells is a gag that they keep through the whole movie, and Sandra Bullock is hot, and Bill Cobbs is in it, which is great. I only say that because I like to name drop that I met him once, but
I remember that.
No, I didn't run into him. When I met him, he was old, so if I ran into him, I probably would have hurt him. Though one of my crew members did almost drop a 40-pound set piece on him, so there's that.
Good.
Yeah,
that's just film right there.
He got
it's worth noting my Nissan Versa. I call her Nissandra Bullock.
I love it.
That's actually fantastic. It makes me actually kind of forgive you for having a Nissan Versa.
Listen, when you drive, 65,000 miles a year, you got to get that 40 MPG, baby.
No, I get it, man.
But I do look like a giant getting out of it when I show up to the venues.
Oh yeah, I bet.
We should trade vehicles. You can.
Yeah, you can drive his Charger. Well,
my General Lee. You can.
Do you still drive it? Because every time I see that car, your wife gets out of it. I never see you driving it.
She beats me.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Corny, you're straight?
Yeah, about that.
Anyway.
Surprise.
Interesting. But yeah, I have no memory of the hillbillies and the cannibalism bit. I do remember Van Sydow showing up with a shotgun at some point, which, by the way, that whole scene pissed me off. Like, haha, we won. Oh, he got shot. Oh, darn. Oh, he comes in. Oh, now he's dead. Oh, hey. Like, there was like 16 of those in a row. They were kind of pissing me off. It was like...
You got to get them all in.
Yeah, they really did. When they did that several other times in this movie, it was like, here's the thing. We got to make sure that we expend all of the coolness right now, right? So here's the gun, and I'm going to show you everything that it can do in the first 5 minutes we show you the gun, right? Full auto, rapid fire, grenades, flare, double whammy, like all that stuff. Let's just do it all at once. Whereas in the new Judge Dredd, you kind of get to see it throughout the movie. Like a good movie. Anyway.
Like a good movie. This movie's not.
I'm going to hang up. There was no other Judge Dredd.
That movie, yeah, it wasn't Judge Dredd. It was just called Dredd, and it was fantastic.
Exactly. Sean caught on to what I was putting down.
Yeah.
See, I did not. I'm sorry.
It took me until this moment to figure out what you were doing. I was smelling what you were cooking, but I didn't know what the taste was. Again, security in the future sucks. The guy on the plane had a knife that wasn't even all that well hidden, and it was a real pretty knife. Like, it wasn't even like a chunk of metal he shaved down. I mean, it was just a store-bought Walmart knife that he pulled out of his boot. I guess if those security people take off all that plastic, they could see something.
I was about to say, yeah, they must have blind spots galore.
Like, prisoners are waving in front of them; they can't see anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why stormtroopers can't shoot. They can't see out of those visors. Maybe that's what it is.
Hey, see if you back me up on this. Sylvester Stallone is the Hummer 2 of acting.
Okay. Who's the Hummer?
Someone else.
And anyone else?
Someone who's like, yeah, Sylvester Stallone tries so hard to be cool, but just has absolutely no idea what cool is.
Mm.
And so he's like, I'm going to have this catchphrase, and I'm going to, use a low voice and work out a lot. But, and then like Bruce Willis comes along, and it's just like, I'm kind of bald. I'm, foot shorter than like a normal action star, but I'm just like cool. And I use the F word a lot, and people are like, yeah, he's cool,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Stallone, what is his catchphrase? It's the growl. What's Bruce Willis? Yippee-ki-yay. I mean, you can walk into a restaurant and just scream yippee-ki-yay, and 2/3 is going to scream back mother effer.
Right. Or you can say, I'm not the one who just got butt on national television. Pal.
Yeah. I think that might be a smaller group of people that would get that, but I see your point. But you're right. I mean, Bruce Willis is... Of course, you and I, Steven, are super biased about Bruce Willis. I mean, you and I watch Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance more than probably Bruce Willis has.
Yeah,
probably fair.
I don't know how often actors watch their own movies, but he and I probably legit watch that probably 20 times each movie. And then we would occasionally go, hey, I'm feeling kind of wry tonight. Let's watch Die Hard 2. So we can watch a guy get stabbed in the eye with an icicle.
Yeah, that's good stuff. My favorite part of that movie was all the snow. Anytime you incorporate snow, you're like, oh, this is legit.
Yeah, and crashing planes and all that stuff. And getting Peck punched in the face in the bathroom, that's always good too. Or she tased him. Because you can, back when you can bring...
Stack 'em and rack 'em.
Right, back when you can bring tasers onto airplanes.
Yeah, that's...
You can't bring on, like, a 6-pack of gum. But back
or
then...
Or 10-year-old, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to do that, let's go back to the 60s when you're just like, they served you like a pork chop and like a serrated steak knife and, you could smoke.
Right.
And nobody searched you. You bring a handgun on if you were a licensed carrier. Like, Jesus.
Well, yeah. I mean, gosh, in Die Hard 1, Bruce Willis, his character's carrying a shoulder harness and his Beretta 92 on there. So, yeah. The good old days when we could do stuff like that.
Anyway, Judge Dredd.
So, if he's grown from, he has okay, hold on. Didn't they say this, or did I miss it?
Yeah.
So, Stallone is genetically grown, right? He was a test tube baby from the seed of Max von Sydow. Who wouldn't want to be the child of that guy?
Yeah.
And then Rico was the same thing, but I thought he was different DNA. Was he also von Sydow's kid?
Yeah, he's the same DNA, just wetter.
Oh. So someone sneezed on the Petri dish and that's why he went all crazy?
Yeah, he got a little too wet.
Okay, that's why. All right. So, because he kept calling him brother, and I thought, wait, if you have different DNA, but then they kept making the point that he had the same DNA. But if they had the same DNA, why wouldn't they be the same actor? Like, why wouldn't you just get Stallone to do a double thing?
Did you really want two of that walking around?
Well, no, but I mean, it wouldn't have been any worse than Frenchie McFrench. What was his name? Armand Assante. He's actually not French. He's Italian.
Asante squash banana.
Armand Assante.
He, I know him mostly from NCIS, where he plays a Frenchman. Oh, that's right. He was Odysseus in the Odyssey. That's where I know him from.
Not the original one, but yeah.
The 1997 one, yeah.
Not like the ancient Greek.
Yeah, no, he wasn't actually Odysseus, no.
Could have been, yeah.
He's still doing work. Holy shit. In 2017 alone, he's doing things like A Day Like a Week, The Neighborhood, Lazaret, Minkow, Acre Beyond the Rye, Angel of Death, Escort Service, The Elephant Ride, The Wanderers, Diamond Cartel, Joe's War, You Can't Have It, First Law, Blowtorch, and Power of Silence. That's all 2017.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Holy crap. I mean, and most of these don't have last names. He's, Louis, Musa, Padula, Jerry, Mitch, Oscar.
I guarantee you he wore the same outfit for every single one of those movies.
Probably did. Yeah, they're all movies. Like, he's the star of most of them, though. And I'm looking at one of them, and they're people that I've never heard of.
Yeah. He just has, his rider is just, Propecia and then, a white, a water spritzer to make sure he stays wet and all this.
Yeah. Give me a good spritz. I need to make sure I'm nice and glistening.
All right, so this movie, we're set out in the desert. Wet. Must be wet.
Yeah, dude. I remembered the cannibal scene from Judge Dredd vividly. It's funny to me that you didn't remember that because when I think Judge Dredd, I think of three key scenes, and one of them is the cannibal and Rob Schneider being like, "Hallelujah, brother, I see the light," and then he's already said it, and they're already gonna eat him, and then Judge Dredd is like, "Don't do it," and you're like, "What do you mean don't?" He's everybody can hear you saying, "Don't do it."
Right.
Those guys would hear you audibly saying "Don't do it" to Rob Schneider, and then Rob Schneider goes, "Oh, just kidding," and they're like, "Oh, crap."
Okay, I guess we won't eat you down.
Kick or death?
The funny part is like
cake.
It's like Stallone.
Nope, you said death first.
It's good for you. Good thing for you. We're Church of England. But it was like Stallone wasn't really trying. He's like, well, I'm down here and you're up there, so you're toast. Actually, you're toast because they eat people. Ha ha ha. It's like, good. You have like zero compassion for the man that you didn't really help is now going to be eaten.
Well, he was being a dick, so he deserved it.
I mean, like they were both going to be dicks to each other. You're right. But
in his defense, it's hard to pull off a cannibalism joke.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
I do it every time we go to eat sushi and there's ginger on the plate. I'm like, somebody's like, hey man, do you want some of this ginger? I'm like, I can't. That's cannibalism.
Right. And put away that ginger ale. You're offending me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I'm with you.
Almost said something I shouldn't.
I've made those jokes too. Oh, okay.
Corny, that's our word. Please don't try to reclaim that.
Only we.
That's fair. I'm okay with
that. What? Oh, why is the nuts sign a real sign and not digital? Like, why did it kill the guy on the bike? That was so stupid.
That's a poor design for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're not familiar, there's like an electronic sign and it moves to the middle, and there's like two electro fields that kind of converge. And it's also in like a flight street area where people are like, noticeably driving through at a regular clip.
Right.
And so apparently the city works department was like, what if we just give him like an obstacle?
Yeah, a 10-second window. That sounds exciting. Yeah.
You've seen Star Wars. Look how cool that looked.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work.
Traffic jams would be a bitch there, though.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't want to go.
Yeah,
Right.
and you have that one old lady who's like just keeps waiting, and it's just taking her way too long to time it. And you're like, you try to go around, and then she inches forward, and you're like, what are you doing?
I'm just waiting for the sign to turn green.
And she's like, I don't like nuts, and then you laugh.
Right, because she's old and she said nuts. So Dr. Lady hates Rico. Then she's scared of his plan, and now she's turned on by his murderous ways.
That's the least hard to believe part of the whole movie. I mean, that's women in a nutshell.
Oh yeah. First they hate you, then they see how much of a psycho you are, and then they're in love with you. Okay.
I think that's like spot on. That's
How much y'all got married?
Yeah, that should be the most celebrated part of this whole film.
Oh, she was the worst. Well, it's the second to worst next to Rob Schneider.
I really thought you were saying that about Peyton. I was like, no.
Oh no. But again, I don't. People listening.
It's your own opinion. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, that's.
People listening should understand that Corny and I, we don't hate Rob Schneider. I mean, I actually really like those really bad Deuce Bigalow movies.
That's a huge bitch.
Behemoth. Keep it the circuit.
Holy crap! I like the first one. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay, the first one's good. The second one's terrible. The first one's funny, but again, Rob Schneider. No, they're just two. Rob Schneider gave us two things that are wonderful. He gave us his awesome daughter who sang that X's and O's song.
Wait, what? El King is Rob Schneider's daughter?
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Son of a...
And he also gave us this.
Oh, the burro's gonna be pissed. You're doing bueno, burro. Don't be intimidated by the horse. You're just as good as him.
That's right. I mean, he gave us that, so...
So Rob Schneider is doing another voice and being someone completely different.
Right.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. And of course I actually
my mind is blown. Really, El King is Rob Schneider's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
To who?
That's not fair.
He's got good genes, He's got.
I want to be able to hate him without,
Listen, nepotism is the only way to make it in the music industry. You know that.
And Hollywood. Are you kidding? I mean, go watch a Christopher Nolan film. He doesn't use anyone original ever.
Hey, please don't hate on Christopher Nolan.
I love Christopher Nolan, except for Dark Knight Rises. He's fantastic. But, the guy that's playing this...
Also, this is worth noting. Speaking of nepotism, so the other day I saw Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen filmed a CBS Sports short thing for a Saturday afternoon broadcast, and it's Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen playing on a team playing in basketball against Michael Jordan, and it's unbelievable. First of all, Charlie Sheen is a really good basketball player. Second of all, it was He's great. So like the first challenge is 3 free throws, but Michael Jordan has to be blindfolded, and they barely beat him. And then the second one is horse, and Michael Jordan just crushes him. And then the third one is 2-on-1, and the game's to 15, but they spot Charlie and Martin Sheen 10 points, and they barely win. And so they beat Michael Jordan in this basketball challenge where he's like massively handicapped. And then the final commentary before they like sign off is the announcer goes, "Apocalypse! Wow, that was really impressive."
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Oh. No, you're not wrong, man. Hollywood. I use the word incestuous a lot too. Hollywood, they loves themselves. I mean, La La Land was a great movie, but there's a reason why it nearly won everything. It's because Hollywood likes movies about Hollywood. So,
and for a second, it won Best Picture. That was cool.
For about 4 minutes, for about 14 seconds, it had won Best Picture, and then it didn't.
This is not a joke. Moonshine, you guys won. Not Moonshine.
Not Moonshine. Though Moonshine would be an interesting movie too. That guy who was in Moonlight, who played Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage movie, he was really good in Luke Cage. I always want to say Luke Cage, but it's Luke Cage. Anyway,
I just remember something.
Oh, please.
Something else that Denise Richards went on to do. Charlie Sheen.
Oh yeah, Charlie Sheen. Nice. Yeah, no, she did a lot, and then didn't. Why did the marshal go near the robot? That was real dumb. Let me go stand by this killing machine, and then I'm gonna turn on its master. That seems like a good idea. And the reason why, again, they filmed him getting his arms and legs ripped off, but then Stallone was like, "No, I wanted PG-13," so they did it off camera.
Weird.
Yep. Okay. One of my last ones was
undoing it.
OMG, she's a lab nerd and you're a trained judge. You should kick her ass. Like, that never should have been a close fight between Lab Lady and Diane Lane. Just saying. Should never be.
Yeah, but when somebody's evil, we give them the benefit of like, well, maybe she like studied martial arts as a kid.
But why is she evil? She's just a doctor. She's just working on this project. I mean, for all anyone knows, this project was going to be greenlit by the good judges.
Sean, she has wet, slick back hair. She's evil.
No.
She did.
Did you also notice how when we first meet her, she's in a lab coat, and by the end, she's like black leather with her boobs all hanging out? I mean, I noticed that. Just saying.
Also, she got the Stella treatment from...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, from freaking Star Crash, yeah. The lab is made of explodium, and I like also how they were in some underground tunnel, and then they go out the door, and now they're in the head of the Statue of Liberty.
It's like being in Boone.
Okay,
we
sure.
don't know that it was the actual Statue of Liberty. It could have been like...
No, they did. They actually said it in the movie. They said they moved it. Because they talked about that. Like,
I don't remember
we moved the Statue of Liberty so we could hide the lab inside of it, blah, 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 blah.
I do love it when a villain tells you, like, what's going on.
Oh, yeah. You got to get a monologue.
Oh, man, I believe you almost got me monologuing.
Did you see Logan, Steve?
I did.
I'm right here.
Yeah, he's right there. Did you see him? Okay. One of the best parts that I liked in that movie was when they got the bad guy monologuing and he freaking shot him in the head. Sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler. But he did that. It was great. That's all my notes. Tropes. I wrote future New York always has to have the Statue of Liberty. Either needs to be busted or kind of changed in some way.
Always bottom lit as well, which is
weird. It makes it creepy for whatever reason. The "you are my finest student" trope. The hero has a troubled past. Bad guy has angel complex. You know, he wants to be the one that saves the city, so he's got to destroy it first. And then you kick/punch technology to get it to work.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. So there you go. There's your tropes. Time for Clippy Clips. You ready for some Clippy Clips?
Nope.
Oh.
Me neither.
Well, you know what?
Excuse me.
I'm going to play it anyway. There you go. Number 1.
Eat recycled food for a happier, healthier life. Be kind and peaceful to each other. Eat recycled food. Recycled food is good for the environment and okay for you.
So, is recycled food like like you ate the burger, you didn't finish the burger, you threw it in a recycling bin, and then I got picked up and then recycled? Or is it like we're taking the shit from your toilet and then recycling it and turning it into food?
I don't want to think about the other one, but that seems...
Hang on, let me call Andrew Vagina real quick.
What do you mean by this?
It was never in that was never in the comic that I read that I could find. So that's dumb. It was just dumb. It was a dumb way to hide Rob Schneider. Make it just a trash thing. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Little Steven. Steven? No, you're Steven. Sylvester Stallone. If I meant to say.
I am the law. Drop your weapon. These blocks are under arrest.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad. It's bad.
I couldn't understand the last bit of it. I just went.
You are
just barking.
Under arrest. I mean, it's bad. So now So I now have this.
I am the law.
Compared to.
I am the law.
There we go. Who said it better?
I am the law.
Or.
I am the law.
There you go.
Well, one has a soundtrack going and.
Yeah, and he's screaming. All right, here we go. Number 3. What? You want... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got it.
You want fear? I'm fear. You want chaos? I'm the chaos. You want the beginning? Yeah. I am the beginning.
Okay, could sound guy, can we get a take where we're not having the broken head thing over the line? Couldn't hear what he said. Like,
yeah. I am the beginning.
What? Something beginning. I mean, I know he's saying I
am the new beginning.
Oh, I'm the new beginning. So you're saying more words than I thought. I mean, it's just.
I thought he was saying I'm the beginning.
I am the beginning.
Oh, there's the new. See, but like, that's where someone should step in and go, hey, let's not have the words he's delivering be. Why does he have to push the thing over anyway? The thing was a priceless heirloom. That was the statue of George Washington or something. I don't know.
He just got back from prison. He's soaking wet.
Yeah, that's true. He's got his robot that you can sneak into a police office building.
Thank you for bringing that up. I almost forgot about that.
So stupid.
That was my number one thing of this whole movie. Is like, okay, so you walk out of the pawn shop. Do you put like a giant trench coat on this guy? Like what? How are you? Yeah, how are you getting him into?
That's
City
just
Hall?
Uncle Freddy, who's 9 feet tall and growls all the time.
Or just the biggest sewer system ever.
Right. No, you're not wrong. I mean, like, I don't know. All I can think of now is if making him growl makes as much sense as making the RoboCop droid thingies squeal like pigs when they fall on their backs. Like, why would you program that? It's dumb.
When you work with IT, you do things. You just like, what, this would be funny if I did this.
Yeah.
And you do it.
In case the little trackball goes upside
down. No one was
down.
ever going to check this. Yeah. Hey, what happens when they fall? Oh, yeah, they just fall. It's fine.
I don't know. We should make them.
Is that a pig?
Yeah, we should make them squeal like pigs. Why? Because, I don't know. It's funny.
It's America.
I like pigs. I don't know. This is Detroit. Here we go. You can't eat me.
No, wait. You can't eat me. I've got eczema. I've got warts. I've had gonorrhea. Eat Dredd. He works out.
That was actually kind of funny.
Listen, speaking from experience, gonorrhea is a temporary infection. You take a round of antibiotics and it's gone. So that's not really a deterrent.
Yeah, maybe something
like
like
the gift that kept on giving,
like syphilis. Maybe that's a little more. I don't know.
Oh, it's herpes. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe there was something else you could have said. I'm with you. Send in the clones.
Send in the clones.
Oh, sorry, I just said what he said.
Send in the clones.
Yeah, that was dumb. And then I liked this one basically because I felt like Armand or whatever his name was basically making fun of Stallone, and he's been wanting to do this all filming for 2 months, and he finally has an opportunity to kind of scream in his face.
Why did you judge me?
You killed innocent people.
The means to an end.
You started a massacre.
I caused the revolution.
You betrayed the law.
Law.
Cut. Come on. What? Make fun of me, man.
Right.
Nice.
Should I cap that out and just have? I think I should do that. I might want to cap that out just to have it. Okay, here we go.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Time for trivia. Danny Cannon, again our porn director, was so disheartened over the constant creative disputes with Stallone that he swore he would never again work with a big name actor, which is true because all he's done is TV since. In the Dredd comics, tradition dictates that Dredd does not take off his helmet, thus his face is mostly only fleetingly appeared in full. But the producers obviously would not allow an expensive performer, blah, 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 which is why I really like Dredd, because Carl Urban keeps his helmet on the entire movie. Which I think
even during the sex scene. Really awkward.
I was actually reading something about in the comic book is that there's one time where Joseph Dredd takes off his takes off his helmet, and they actually put a censor bar over his face in the comic, which I think is actually really funny. It's like the equivalent corny of in Scott Pilgrim versus the World when she swears and it bleeps out his mouth. How are you doing that with your mouth? Speaking of which, real quick, we watched Gallivant. Steven, have you ever seen Gallivant?
Negative.
You need to watch it. You would like it because it's like silly and farcical, and Alan Menken. It's a musical, and Alan Menken did all the lyrics for it, and it's very like fourth wallish, like set your DVRs 8 o'clock. What's a DVR? I don't know. I just felt like saying it because it's like all medieval times and whatever. But
I've heard about this. Okay.
Yeah, it was on ABC. It only had 2 seasons, but Weird Al was in it twice, which is great. He's a singing monk.
Did you see where the radio station where they filmed UHF, they had a ceremony where they like dedicated the supplies closet to Weird Al?
No.
It's the Weird Al Yankovic supplies closet.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Supplies. Oh my gosh, that's great. But anyway, in that show, they'll curse and they'll bleep out the word. Like it'll just bleep out their name, whatever. And my son, who's 4, is watching going, wait, why did it make that noise? And their mouth got all weird. Well, they said a bad word. Okay. All right. You're good with it. According to Schneider, Stallone called him and offered him the role of Fergie. Actually, I lied. The role wasn't written for Rob Schneider. It was written for someone else. Corny, we are an hour and 22 minutes into this episode. What have you not said yet?
Holy crap.
No. Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci was the first choice for the role of Fergie, and he turned it down.
I'm already happier with that, if that had been the thing.
How cool is it that the episode that Andrew and Sam aren't here, Joe Pesci is actually intentionally mentioned.
Oh, what a world. What a time to be alive.
In an interview, Rob Schneider claimed that the film crew gave Stallone extra fire retardant on the back of his costume for the fiery exhaust shaft scene, while Mr. Schneider got no fire retardant at all.
Time to burn, funny man.
Oh, if that's real, that makes me a little sad. And Danny Cannon turned down the chance to direct Die Hard with a Vengeance in order to make this movie. I think that's probably good for us, Steve. I'll be honest with you, because I like Die Hard 2 or Die Hard 3 a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think McTiernan was the right choice. Sometimes at this point in the episode, Steve, we sometimes will play what we call the recasting game.
I'm hanging up.
They just redid the movie 4 years ago, so we don't have to do that. So there you go. Soundtrack grade, I'm going to give it a way too good for this movie score. I thought it was just fine. All right, here we go. Top 3.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Here we go. Time for our top 3.
Slim.
We are doing Stallone movies because we haven't before and we're going to now. So, yeah. So, not Andrew. Sorry. So I'm just so used to saying Andrew. Corny, your top 3.
Say my name. So my top 3.
Sorry.
I'm going to go with Tango and Cash as my number 3.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's right, sucker.
Never seen it.
Phenomenal movie.
Yep, I just haven't seen it.
It really is. A little Kurt Russell action. And then Expendables 2.
Okay.
Lame.
I haven't seen it.
Well, because it's funnier.
Is that the one with Chuck Norris? Or is that the third one?
Or a third one. Maybe it's the third one.
I can't remember. Chuck Norris literally shows up, shoots a guy, and then does a salute and then leaves.
For like $8 million.
Right.
And then my number one. Did I lose my number one? I lost my number one.
You lost it.
Oh, so my number one. Damn it! Oh, Cliffhanger. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But I have to do a honorable mention to Demolition Man because Wesley Snipes. Just because it was fun. But I actually enjoyed the Cliffhanger as an actual full movie. I don't know why, but I did.
Every time I think of Cliffhanger, I think of Ace Ventura 2. I'm just going to be honest.
Understandable.
When he climbs the mountain to save the animals, and he says to the helicopter pilot, "What about the animal cargo?" And he says, "If I were you, I would turn down. Well, if you were me, then I'd be you, and I'd use your body to get to the top. You can't stop me no matter who you are." All right. I always like that line. Steve.
Yes.
This is where you give me your top 5.
I know.
I know
I don't want to repeat any.
It's okay.
But I'm going to have to repeat. Number 3, I'm going to say Tango and Cash. It's a phenomenal buddy cop, heavy drama. I'm kidding. It's ridiculous, but it's great.
Oscar worthy?
We didn't watch the same movie.
I'm also going to say Assassins with Antonio Banderas. Yeah. And then I'm gonna round it out. Number 1, my first date ever, young girl named Victoria. We were 12 years old in 6th grade, and we went to see Daylight in 1996.
Oh, Daylight. Yeah, that's not a bad movie.
Where they get trapped in the Holland Tunnel after the tunnel breaks, and it's pretty epic. It's a total horse poop movie, but I made out with Victoria, so number 1.
That's why you like it.
Yeah.
Do I remember her?
Do we have a slow clap? Because I want to.
I don't have one on file. I don't know what I can give you. I can give you.
Stop eating my sesame cake.
I don't know. Does that work?
That's pretty good.
Okay. No, I don't have anything. Sorry.
Let's be honest. No one's still listening to this. An hour and a half in
maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think because we have star power on the show, I think we still have some listeners.
Oh yeah, corny.
Yeah. My top 3 would be number 3 would probably be. I'm actually surprised no one said this, so I kind of forgot about this movie until I talked about it on the show, so I'm kind of changing my top 3 as we go. But number 3 would be the Rambo movie, the remake Rambo, like the modern Rambo. I like that.
John Rambo, yeah.
Number 2, probably the original Rocky, because I liked it. Actually, honestly, it would probably be Rocky 4, where he fights. The
Russian,
I will break you. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one because it's stupid. And the number 1, I'm going to take some heat for this, but I've not seen a lot of good Stallone movies, so I'm just going to say Demolition Man because I have so much fun with that movie. So
it's a great movie,
and we did it for the show. I'm pretty sure. Didn't we do it for the podcast? I think we did.
I feel like we did.
I think we did.
Be well, John Spartan.
Right, John Spartan. That's such a cool name too, John Spartan.
No, actually, I don't think we have. I think we might have talked about it, but I don't think we actually have done it for the podcast.
Maybe
I'm going to come back for Demolition Man.
If we do it, yeah, absolutely. I'm for that.
I'm searching the list right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I am too. I'm scrolling through. For some reason, I feel like we have, but maybe not. We did both.
Control F.
We did RoboCops.
No, we have not done it.
All right.
Can I just grab my guitar for hour 2 and just kind of play some songs?
If you want to be our soundtrack, that's fine. Hour 2. We're almost done, Steve. It's okay. I promise you, it's almost over. No emails this week, no problem. Out of 10. Here we go. I have an out of 10.
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
There wasn't a montage in this movie, was there?
Not really.
Not a single one.
All right. I always look for an excuse to play. But I didn't have an excuse this week, so I won't play it. So here we go. You like how that works?
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
This is where we play our out of 10. Come on, friggin' Daniel Radcliffe. Why don't you know this stuff? Out of 10, I guess I will put Steve's answer in the Andrew Chad column. I guess we need to change it to Andrew Chad Steve. I don't know. Steve, out of 10.
10.
10. No, I'm not putting that. You said 10 for Die Hard, and I accept that. I'm not accepting 10 for you.
No, I'm going to say 4.
Oh, just 4? Okay. I'm used to typing 4 point lots of numbers.
No, it's a 4.
4. Okay. Corny.
I love it, but only because like
nostalgia purpose.
Whatever. I don't have to tell you anything. 4.
You don't have to tell me. That's the point of a podcast, Steve, is to talk to us about stuff. I can't really. Okay, you're freaking me out again. I should screen cap that.
I give it a 4 because it meant a lot to me as a child. And then I watched it last night, and I felt like someone had taken a dump on my eyeballs, in certain scenes. And so, it gets a 4 because it's worth 4 to me just for what it meant to me as a young man.
All right, right on. Ooh, sorry.
Screenshot.
Yep, that's actually what I was doing.
Sean's on a different web page right now.
No, I wanted to screenshot like this awesome moment in Cheap Seat Reviews history where we have Steve Everett and Corny and myself on the show, and I'm pretty sure that when it actually took the shot, it was when you were drinking. So
do another one.
Oh, actually, that's worse because you're all blurry and stuff. So
I just took one. That was me taking one.
Oh, nice. I couldn't hear it, but that's fine. I'm gonna give it Corny. Your turn, actually.
Oh, I'm actually going to rank it a little bit higher because I know some other movies I've watched. This is far better than that. But I will give it a 5.3 points or 5.36.
5.36. There we go. That's how you give it out of 10, Steve.
Okay, yeah, I'm a rookie. What's like the most common rating? Do you have like the average of all the averages?
Shit, I haven't done that.
No, we've not done that. I guess we could.
Want me to add an average of the averages?
No.
I mean, email me,
No. I mean,
Sean, what would you give this film out of 10?
Thanks for the toss, buddy. Probably something like, where's my freaking, damn it, I lost it. Sorry. I kind of like, it's not a good movie, but I had fun with it and I laughed. And so I'm just going to give it a 6.5.
Wow.
I'm actually surprised I'm the highest of this group on this, but
yeah, me too. Is that just because of how cool of a name Balthazar Getty is?
What? Who's that?
He's the cadet that finds the legal loophole that doesn't save anyone.
Oh, right. Balthazar? That's his real name? He sounds like a villain.
Balthazar Getty.
Oh yeah,
that's a shame.
Yeah, he was definitely in the. That's his real name.
You know what? Can I change mine to a 6 because of Andrew Vagina? I
Okay.
forgot about his involvement.
Yeah, sure. There's nothing. This is just Google Docs. This is not set in stone.
Okay, I can make it set in stone. It's.
Oh shit!
It was a 4, but then I remember that the executive producer's name was Andrew Vagina. So.
Oh crap! What did I just do, Corny? I just broke your spreadsheet.
You mother.
No, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, except it's not. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. For some reason, when I put the number in for, it's fine. It's fine.
I got it.
I got it. There. Fine. We're fixed. 5.96 is this episode.
Pretty good.
Just Steve, just to give you an idea, we have a whole lot of 7s in the 7 range between 7.93, which is Hot Fuzz, and 7. Just 7. We have Nightcrawler, and there are.
How'd the Wolf of Wall Street do?
About 30 films are in there. Wolf of Wall Street came in 3rd overall at an 8.875.
That's pretty good. What's the number 1 overall?
Saving Private Ryan at a 9.05.
Never seen it.
Then Jurassic Park came in 2nd at 8.992, and
never seen it.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World came in at 4th at 8.838.
Own it.
And then Logan comes in at 8.78, which is our top 5, which most people don't care about, but that's fine.
Wow, that's good to know. I mean, I've seen all those movies, and they're all fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, and it's actually kind of cool, I think, that... And then you go, like, Usual Suspects, Good Morning Vietnam, Silence of the Lambs. Like, these are actually legitimately great films. It's not just us being nerds, nerding out on some movies. And I think that, Hunt for Red October is number 13. I think that's a good place for that.
Yeah. Please don't ever ask me to review an actual film on this. I only want to do ridiculous movies.
Oh, yeah. No, I would never ask you to do, like, The Godfather or anything on there. It would only be ridiculous
What
stuff.
the hell just happened?
Bone Tomahawk is in our top 20.
Mm.
I'm actually surprised Bone Tomahawk is above Hot Fuzz. Anyway. And only because of Sam is Interstellar as high as it is.
Oh, great film.
I hated that movie so much. I just didn't like it. The final fourth of that movie I hated completely and unequivocally.
Because you're not American.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm also
checked out.
I've actually been no, it doesn't. Actually, a lot of the science does check out, but it's the fiction part that I have problems with. Anyway, that's it. That's our show. Thank you for listening. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna play this now, and while we do that, I'm gonna read some stuff. Like, what are we doing next week? Crap, I forgot to look. We are doing 10. No, we're off next week. Next week we're off. We will be doing nothing next week. So happy 4th of July. Go America and things like that. When we come back, we will do 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Diane Lane. Yep.
Ooh, love that movie.
So not seen it. Looking forward to it. Little John Goodman action and the girl from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So.
Oh yes. This will be our 3rd film with her.
Yes, it will be. I'm excited for that. In the meantime, you can go back. If you're missing out on this next week, you're like, oh, I need my CSR fix. You can go to our website, cheapseatreviews.com, where you can find our old episodes. You can also go to gofundme.com/cheapseatreviews and throw $1 our way. That always helps. Check out our Anchor app. I do probably 2 to 3 reviews a week on just random things. By the way, started the new USA series Shooter, which is based on the movie, which is pretty good so far. I'm only episode 1, but here we go. That's fine. Leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube. No kidding. And Facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. Follow us on Twitter @cheapseatcast. And I'm running out of time, and I forgot to pimp Steve. So I'm going to pause the music and say thanks again so much, Steve, for joining us. And you may follow Steve at... I'm going to let you plug yourself because I don't know what your Twitter handle is.
Yeah, go to steveeverett.net. I've got some everything you can possibly want to know about me is there, steveeverett.net. And I just released a new music video. It's very silly. I throw a child into a pool. I recommend it.
I approve of that.
I'll do it tomorrow. My son comes back from camp. I'll do it.
I actually watched that video. It made me laugh out loud. It really did. Check out his new album too. It's good. I like it. Completely giving you praise on this one, Steve. I sound check every sound system that I build with your music. Full disclosure, I love the new track because it's got a lot of bass in it, so I can really warm up the subwoofers with it. So
push the drivers.
And oddly enough, no one really cares about this story, but I was doing that. I was doing that at back at UNC Charlotte, and the drummer of the band was like, "Is that Steve Everett you're playing?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "I'm the drummer on that." I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." Or maybe not on the recording, but he did play drums for you, so that was kind of funny. Anyway,
what was his name?
I don't remember. He was your, when you do full band, he was your drummer. So
interesting.
Yeah, this was usually.
I have a lot of drummers, but
I know. Well, anyway,
was
back
it
to
Scarletta. Was that the band?
Yes.
Heath Ledbetter.
Yes, Heath Ledger. So
big old beard. He was my old roommate too.
Oh yeah, no, he was good. I liked him, and their band was good too. Just no one showed up, which is a shame. Back to the music. So again, check out Steve. He's great, and that's gonna do it for us. So on behalf of Andrew and Sam, who are not here, Corny and Steve, this is Sean saying thank you so much for listening, and we will see you in 2 weeks. And, of course, you can send your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com.
Oh, you bastard.